Hey, Fox here. So, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are your Super Bowl 50 trillion? I don't know. I don't read Roman numerals. You think I'm some sort of freaking genius? Of course not. Some sort of Super Bowl with I don't know, 50 and maybe another 5 in there. I don't know. But anyways, I want to talk about Tom Brady's MVP card coming to Mutt. Yes, it's on its way. Okay, and with that, a little bit of inflation. Oh yeah, you guys can't see my Chrome because I didn't add it in, so we're gonna throw the old auction house. As I navigate to Tom Brady's card, you guys can take a look at the sponsor. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 15% off. So, I kind of want to give my thoughts about the game right here. Talk about the MVP, talk about coming content, that all good stuff we've talked about a little bit, but his power up has skyrocketed, right? And that's okay, right? Because we're going to get the 99 overall Tom Brady card. So it's not like he's going to be a set. Wait a second. He is already a set. He's not going to be like a set where you get the power up out of it because the set's already in the game for him. But 23K, okay, solid. So, like, it's interesting to see a pocket passer that generates this sort of demand because, like, traditionally Mutt's all been about the scrambler. But this year, because of the abilities, because what we've seen out of cards, and, right, you want somebody that's got gunslinger, hot route, master, or set feet lead earlier in the year instead of the gunslinger if you decide to go that combo in, like, the early Dan Marino. But anyways, you want to go that kind of combo for your card because it's, nice to throw the ball, nice to split zones like that. Whereas lately, we have seen a little bit more of the mobility, but Tom Brady should clock in since he got a 95 overall. Depends on what they boost, but his speed, it probably won't be anything impressive unless he gets a decent speed boost. I do believe, I don't think field generals get, I don't think there's a chance that he gets escape artist, but it's not that good this year anyways. But, like, I don't think you really need the power up on the card, because if he goes to 95, say they give him, 3 or 4 more throw power, you just go deep on him anyways. All his accuracies are perfect. You don't really need the +1s unless you're going to go with like a Patriots theme team to put him on there to add to the theme team chemistry. That's the only reason you need the power up. So let's let you guys know, like, I wouldn't go too crazy buying the lower end cards for Brady because what's the point of +1s on an MVP that's basically already there? We're going to get a lot of other quarterbacks this week with the honors basically awarding every single one of their awards to quarterbacks. And then, defensive players. And Henry got a card too. But, we're going to get a few more quarterbacks this week. So I wouldn't go too ham. But I will say maybe there's some points to be made doing these sets. I put this out on Twitter. Somebody, I haven't done it myself. But I just want to let you guys know this person tweeted at me. And you guys see another blank screen because I didn't have it set up. But I just want to show it to you. There is this right here where you just the rolls for Brady and Cohen's roll flashback packed because Brady's 890 overall flashback is going for, this is on PlayStation. Xbox, probably a little bit less prices because they're always a little bit less. PlayStation is 105K for his flashback. So basically he's saying, roll the flashback pack. 89 is going to the 95 playoff hero set. Brady's 95. The 90 Brady pops out of the pack regularly is way above training value. Campus Heroes 2500 set for the 85s into the playoff set is lit too, is what he said. So, do you guys understand that? Roll the flashback pack. Try and get this Tom Brady out of that. The ones that you don't get, if you get 89s, put it into this playoff set. So, he's doing that, making a little bank because he is way above training values. Because normal 95s, if we investigate those, just look at regular of them. Since he got 250. A 95 overall, we'll say another quarterback, I won't remove that filter, is like 138. So he's almost twice the price of other 95 overalls out there. We could find maybe another one to take a look at. Yeah, this one's 111. So definitely over twice the price of other 95s out there for training value. Definitely a tip for Tom Brady. But overall, let's talk about the Super Bowl, right? I don't know if people want to talk about the Super Bowl. Maybe I should have let off with this, but it was a good game. I can't sadly show any footage in the background. Maybe I should just go to the NFL's YouTube channel and just have it going. Because, like, it was unfortunately lopsided with the Super Bowl. Wow, look at all these things. Like, Google was, like, had the fireworks going off. Let me show it to you guys. There it is. Like, Google's got, like, these fireworks going on for the Super Bowl winner. I went and Googled it and like, oh damn, that's kind of cool. It's kind of neat that Google got into that. But the NFL YouTube channel, which is really actually the thing I was looking for, do they have the recap going yet? I thought the halftime show wasn't bad. I want to talk about that. I don't really see it. Super Bowl presentation, Super Bowl game highlights. Okay, so we can get this. I probably can't get it going. Maybe I could get it like right there in the corner. How does that feel? But anyways, like it was kind of crazy. The Tampa Bay's defense, right, was like wild. They played so well. Like what we thought with like Levante David on Kelsey absolutely shut him down. And it's like, you know, Levante David was number 1 or number 2 rated pass coverage defender this year. So that was pretty neat. Maybe I should put my head in the middle of it. I don't know. I'm probably going to get demonetized, but I don't really care. So, like, it ended up working out well. Like, and the thing is, like, Patrick Mahomes, when he was not under fire, like, I don't understand why they kept sending 5 out, right? Even as MUT players, we know if we're getting torn apart by, like, elite edge threats on double nothing, we'll keep an extra guy in the block. We'll double team, chip them in the NFL. You could even do. And like I felt like the Chiefs sent out 5 too often because you know they sent too many 4-man pass rushes. And so like Chiefs like, oh, we can block them 5 on 4 because we normally can do that. But losing your best left tackle, having to go to backups there, it really does pay. It's like what we saw last week with the Packers, right? Losing All-Pro Bakhtiari basically doomed them to extinction. And we're just like, you know what? That's what happens. A dominant front 4 has won championships. Even when teams don't have quarterbacks quite near the level of Brady, and we saw a lot of flags too, which were kind of weird because like I made a tweet like, you know, if they let them play, right? Because we saw the same thing last week where like they only called it like really egregiously at the end against Kevin King, but like there was a lot of other holds that Tampa Bay had in Green Bay receivers. They're like, wait, why weren't the hells called? Especially if that's like the motto during the playoffs is to like let them play. My biggest thing is like I hate the let them play because like you're like, oh, you're affecting the game too much as a referee when you just like when you're throwing flags. And I'm like, you also affect the game as much not throwing flags as you do by throwing them. So you need to actually call the play. So I don't hate it. I just hate the inconsistencies of the refereeing, right? If somebody makes a penalty, you got to call a penalty. You can't just let them get away with it. And a lot of times, like Kansas City's been doing this for a while, right? That's in the game plan. If you hold every play, they're not going to call it for you every play. Well, they started calling it a bunch of plays, and it really did bite them in the ass right there in the biggest game in the world. So overall, like the pass rush was incredible. The receivers couldn't catch the ball. I don't know what happened, but yeah, the Chiefs played a bad game. The Buccaneers, like Tom Brady said when he was in his I think it was an MVP acceptance award, played their best game of the year. Like they looked phenomenal from start to finish. That was a game that they played. Just you know, that's the kind of play you want. And what say what you will about Tom Brady and his stats overall, but like he gets his teams up for the playoffs. I don't know what it is. He motivates them. He's like the Vince Lombardi of our era. He just wins. There's something about him that like allows his players to get up for the big game, play and execute flawlessly at the top of their skill level. So nice little goal line stand here for Kansas City. I thought he was in those times too for sure. The way that hold opened up, Vita Vea couldn't quite open that up. But yeah, Tampa Bay outside of those penalties that we were like what the heck early on, they dominated. Second half, like we thought maybe coming out of the break, Kansas City would kind of take it back because Kansas City, when they go down, they say LOL, you're leading us. That doesn't happen. So then they came back in the second. I mean, we're still in the second quarter here in the highlight tape. I don't think I'm going to show it all. You can see the rest of it on the NFL's YouTube channel if you want to see it all. But yeah, when Kansas City came out the break, and then we saw them kind of get 3, and then Tampa Bay score back, and it's like, maybe they aren't. They don't got it. Because if you don't come out a half hot and you don't start turning around from there, this penalty right here was the worst one of the whole game, right? This one right here was the epitome, right? That was like a momentum shifter. Tyron got it, and then they gave this really cheap. Like, this is not a hold, right? Like, that was really ticky-tacky. So that right there, I feel like shifted the entire momentum of the game from that point forward. When they didn't get that one, I was like, okay, all right. It kind of showed itself out. Obviously, Kansas City is only down by 1 score right here. But then wait, offsides. We don't really get a great camera angle at it. I recall the offsides happened, but then Tom Brady looks, throws down the field, dot, because of that offsides call. So Kansas City definitely shot them in the foot right there if they were outside right there. Because it's kind of weird, like, talking about ticky-tacky plays, if we look at this right here, does it not look like this guy's also offsides? Let me see if I'll try and blow it up a little. NFL, please don't strike me. But it definitely looks like his head is past the ball too. So why isn't this guy throwing a flag here? So, like, that's what I'm talking about, the inconsistency in the referees. The biggest game ever, right? The biggest game of your entire year. And this is the kind of, like, inconsistencies you show. I mean, the NFL, it's absolutely freaking pathetic that this is your product that you're putting on the field. You don't even pay them full time to be referees. So, like, whatever. You know, I obviously the refs are the reason Kansas City lost. They lost. They got gobsmacked, right? But I'm just frustrated at the refs overall and how just poor, awful, terrible they've been in the playoffs. And it's like you can't get sky judges. You can't, like, train them better. Like, these are, like, literally top of the field, and they're still making these mistakes. So Kansas City here is trying to drive before half to make it a 4-point game. They ended up not doing anything because the pass rush is literally on Mahomes from the snap of the ball to the end of the play. He was throwing balls horizontal and actually throwing dots. He looked like a Madden glitch, right? Like, you guys get those one things where you're, like, taking a hit, you're going down, and you throw it out, and it's like, what the heck? How do you get that out? That was, like, literally Mahomes. He was literally a Madden glitch. That was definitely pass interference, by the way. That one went 100% the way. A lot of people said, oh, maybe it was uncatchable, but yeah, they got to call that one. That one I thought was a good call. But, yeah, wild stuff. So, like, look at it. Tampa Bay right before half again, capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes, and throwing out, getting another pass interference. Like, that one was a horrible play. Like, right? The 2 plays before that was fine, but this play right here, pass interference only works when the ball is catchable. Right? The ball is literally hitting like fake fans up the stands. Here, let me show it to you again. Watch where this ball goes. I'll point it out. The ball is literally right here. This is the receiver getting pass interfered with. These refs, like, seriously, these people should never ref another Super Bowl again. Like, I would just fire the whole fucking crew. This is horrible. How is it? It's literally in the book. Literally in the book. That person needs to go. That person should not ref another game, whoever the back judge was there. Whoever the fuck this person is. Tom Brady dots it. Takes advantage of mistakes. Gets another 7 before half. Extends the lead. Chiefs are down bad. First possession after half. A little draw. I will say it was surprising that the Chiefs didn't do more of this. It felt like I didn't see Le'Veon Bell at all. It didn't feel like they tried to run too much. They kind of left it in Mahomes' hands. Like, they had some explosive runs here. Like they started the second half solid. Kansas City was getting back in their same old groove. Stella got her groove back. And then they tried pass blocking again, sending 5 out. Like, it makes no sense why they went 5 out on the pass block when the run game to there, and like they know they can't block the edges, and they can't block Vita Vea either. Right? He was pushing, everything was pushing. Sue was getting through. It was like a jailbreak, man. It was crazy. They were all just like running. And like Mahomes like like it was like a freaking fox hunt. The dogs were going after him. So weird. And then the ground game. Oof. Fournette can move. For a big dude, he can move, right? He's like a poor man's Derrick Henry. And he's not even that poor. And then, yeah, sack. Are they even showing all the drops in this thing at all? I don't know. They've showed a lot of the plays. I don't know if they showed all the drops. Yeah, that was a nice little break up there, too. It seems like Mahomes was mostly targeting Tyreek and Kelsey. That flag was against the Chiefs, so that didn't really mean anything. Tom Brady. This is why I love, like, play action. Did you see those linebackers freeze? Right after we saw Leonard Fournette last drive, that big run. Here's another run again. The play action frees the linebacker. You don't even need a great ground game to make play action work. It just works. And then here's like the biggest miscue of the entire game for Tampa Bay. Snapped it, Jensen over Brady's heads, and they still got 3 out of the drive anyway. So Is it that big of a deal? No. I said I wasn't going to do the whole game, but I kind of want to do the rest of the game. So we're going to keep doing it. Draw again. Picking up first downs. Yeah, so like, I don't know. They ran a little bit, but it felt like, being this far behind is really hard to run the ball. And I can see why they decided to keep passing, because they are an explosive offense. Right? They are. That's how they've bred their butter. Right? Not the other way around. But man, scrambling, doing all these long developing routes, right? I don't see a ton of like, I guess, to be fair, they tried a lot of screens and stuff early, and Tampa Bay snuffed them out. This play right here was probably supposed to go to 10 early, with a little Tyreek to the flat. Mahomes making the play. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Watch this right here. Watch this stuff. He literally throws it inbounds and is almost caught. It hit the pylon, went to the ground, but Pringle almost got that. That would have been wild. That would have been the greatest play I've ever seen in my life. And then, is the horizontal one coming up here? Yeah, that one right there. Oh, and it bounced off his forehead. Are you kidding me? It bounced off his forehead. Wild. Like, Mahomes, the best, making some absolutely insane Madden glitch plays. And then Brady, he makes the good reads, right? Makes the smart decisions. Well, whatever. Besides that one, he checks down, punt the ball, you're up by a lot, give it back to Kansas City. Look at how deep all the routes are. It got open, but man, a lot of the routes are like 20, 30 yards downfield, which, I guess this late in the game isn't that bad of a thing, but this is kind of it. Pocket collapse, doesn't have a read. Maybe we should go like one or two shorter ones. Now they left like a few in the block, but the other side of the line. Got the shed, toss, overthrow. 2nd and 18 becomes roughing the passer. We don't have to look at his dumb face, freaking refs. So they're trying. I mean, it's a little too late for the Chiefs at this point with only 5:40 left. Down by 1,000,000 points. Don't do the math on me on that, please. Damn. Crazy. Yeah, Mahomes got to get the ball out. He's got to make a read before that. He got smacked, though. Got smacked. 3rd and 33. This is a nice, this is kind of what you want to do, right? Make it 4th and manageable, because you're not going to convert all 33 yards. You got about 23 yards there, so it's like 4th and 10-ish. And Mahomes drops back and, again, is running for his life. Right? It's just, wild. Maybe Mahomes dropped too far back, didn't give his guys enough, time to set up, because they just ran right around that time. Got to step in the pocket, but, Mahomes just couldn't step in the pocket, right? Because, Vita, Sue were pushing it, so he was uncomfortable the whole game. That's really what a defensive line wants to do. But that's it. Super Bowl season's over. The Steelers are now undefeated again. We're going to start our TikTok dances up again, so get angry. Get angry at us. We're undefeated, 0-0. Draft season, MLB season, NHL season. So we're on. Man, it's going to be a long time till we see NFL football again on Sen. April to the draft. It's a long, dark winter until the good times. So we'll be still doing mutt stuff. Anyways, that's the video. That's the game. Hope you guys liked it. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't. Otherwise, please sub. It helps out a lot. Appreciate it.